This is an introduction to the Black and Brown Movement podcast. Hope you're ready. Keep it steady, because we keep it real. Beer and bullshit. Here we come. Black and Brown Radio. We, the Black and Brown Movement.
Creemos que la civilización comenzó en África, a través de la migración que llegamos a Aslan, a través de 300 años de sangre, sudor y lágrimas, y 500 años de resistencia. Solo hay un par de cosas que hemos retenido, a través de la valentía, la persistencia, el evangelio, la música, la cultura.
Culture.
We, the Black and Brown Movement,
believe that
Civilization began in Africa. Through the migration, we arrived in Aslan. From east to west, this makes us all people of the sun. Through 400 years of blood, sweat, and tears, through 500 years of resistance, there's only a few things retained through bravery and persistence. The gospel, the culture, the music.
Fight for the youth.
What the fuck was that?
Black and brown brothers, we on the same side. Black and brown brothers, we on the same side. Black and brown brothers, we on the same side. Black and brown brothers.
Non-militant, spiritual street intellect. SSI. Supposed to be.
Tell the government make me mad. Because it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
The land of the free.
In the home of the brave. The story of my slaves.
You end up in the grave. Supposed to be.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. But still with my days, slave, not living in like 10Ks. Misbehaving, end up in the grave.
Time has come for our people to rise up, wake up and open your eyes up. Look, the bombs bursting in.
Hearing bullshit
And
on our end.
that's what makes protesting so vicious, because the way that we're protesting, we're not protesting the right way.
Right.
If we really wanted to protest, we would say, you know what? How about this? If y'all want to really play games, okay, we're broke peasant. Call us what you want. But I know the Latino community and the Black community together itself is an $8 trillion community a year. So in that situation, that $8 trillion. Now, the thing is, yeah, we'll laugh at that because dealing with the white folks, they got 300 trillion to our 8. But understand, everybody's fighting to get that 8.
Right.
So in that, we stop giving our 8 and we give it to one another by opening our own businesses, by doing just what we're doing right now. That things that we've always done in the street. Because I'm sorry, I ain't never been to a white boy that's been a hookup for me.
Right.
Ever.
What's that?
So in that situation,
we gotta stop with the crab in the barrel mentality.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always
right, because we all know
back.
who put us in the barrel now.
Right.
And it's just the game of we just got to stop playing because, I mean, the great Francis Cress Welsing always say, white people play dumb about racism and black people play dumb right along with them.
Right.
And it goes, and that saying goes for everybody. Because everybody knows when you come here to America, you come in here to live a dream.
Right. It's like when I said stop the crab in the barrel mentality, it's time to transition to become ants. You know what I'm saying? It's time to
Work together,
you know what I'm saying, and build each other up and hold each other up and
have love for one another.
That's the only way,
We
bro.
gotta be whales, homie. Whales move in.
Ooh, I love that. I love that, brother. I watch all that stuff, so I know what you're
Yes,
talking
we gotta
about.
be like a whale.
They move in packs.
People get out their way.
A
What do whales
community.
think? I
They
wonder.
move in a community. Dolphins do it too. You know what I'm saying? It's like a trip.
And they all are controlled by the universal flow.
And they're what?
Yeah.
They're mammals.
No doubt. I mean, it's all in the mentality, bro.
That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
80% mental, 20% physical.
And we changed
Real
our
talk.
mentality.
Real talk.
We changed our mentality a while back. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to keep building on it and keep moving forward, man, and keep doing what
Hey,
we're doing.
man, I tell you like this: that changing your mentality is a must. I mean, Brock, again, brother, you know where I was.
Yeah.
You know where my head was at. You
Yeah.
know what I was going through.
I know where you've
Brother,
been.
to
Yeah.
stand on that and say that I learned from that to put me where I'm at right now, bro. A lot of people ain't going through that.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They
The
don't
youngsters
know.
definitely ain't going through that.
They don't know.
Well, I'm
know.
gonna take this moment and
Wait, before you do that, because Kev, he just touched it. When you hit the bottom, it's only one way to go,
yeah,
and it's up.
yeah.
But you ain't if you don't tap into the one that's blessed you to still be alive to even be at the bottom, you're not gonna get there.
You
Yeah.
might even go
Well, I
lower.
can tell you, I was
might even go
dribbling
lower
my
than
head on the bottom.
I know, brother.
There's lower
Remember,
levels
we
you
had a
go.
couple. Remember, we had a couple conversation battles.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen my brothers on the bottom, you know what I'm saying, and I was there the whole time, and I'm glad to see my brothers.
Loving it. I'm
Man,
with a big ass
strong.
smile on my face.
You know
I got
what
a
I'm
chest
saying?
catch.
Uplifted.
I got a chest catch smile
I
on my
saw
face
the
right
same
now.
love I saw then as I do now, brother, and I appreciate it, and I love you just the same. No homo.
Love
Both
you
of
too,
you
bro.
brothers. I always fuck with y'all the long way, man, because I know God has a position for us in the future.
Yeah.
May the universe work it how it go, homie. I know our road is fixing to be golden. I'm
Yes,
not even
sir.
tripping.
That's a real deal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I want to take another moment right here just but I want
Band
to
of brothers.
give a shout out to mental health, bro, because I mean,
Yes.
I finally started my therapy. You know what I'm
I do
saying?
therapy.
And
Me
I'm
as well.
I'm my therapist is Greek, and
Man.
he talked to me about like multiculturalism.
You got
and
blessed.
Yeah.
Because I had an Asian,
He's
Asian
like-
lady before, and she's spiritual, and
He's
it was
coming
the
from
best.
the outside looking in, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you need when it comes to therapy is you need that
Definitely.
full third party who's got no skin in the game, and he's curious to learn from me at the same time while he's teaching me and giving me tools and I don't know how old he is, but I mean, I know we're not too far off in age, but I just know that he's, already in just a couple sessions, you know what I'm saying, is giving me, a lot of tools already.
Oh, hey, man.
Awesome.
The dude that turned me around is 4 years younger than me. And the way he got at me, and it was kind of on a side note, like he just kind of like, I'm gonna give it to you like you need to hear it. And I kind of just, hey, the one thing I really had to deal with in life that it's a Michael Jackson song, man. A lot of niggas need to get up and go handle that man in the mirror.
Man in the mirror.
That's the one nigga you can't lie to. You can lie to
Talk
everybody
it,
out here,
brother.
but you can't lie to
Talk
yourself,
it,
man.
brother. They afraid of that man in the mirror. Or better
Man.
yet, the word says to go in that room of improvement every day.
Yeah.
That part right there.
I would tell my daughter, I said, she's like really socially conscious and she's
I love that
aware of
shit.
a lot of things. And I told her, I said, look, the world is a wonderful place and filled with amazement. But, on the flip side of the coin, it's
fucked
also fucked up. And that there's a lot of
Man.
peril and despair. And I just told her, I said, look, don't stop learning. Don't ever stop learning. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, I'm on that boat right there. I'm
Yeah.
riding that boat.
I'm
Going back
saying.
to
Can't
school.
stop.
Yeah.
Going back to school in the
Don't
spring.
never stop learning. Never stop thirsting for the knowledge, and always, step into your own personal life, with open eyes, open heart, and open mind. And,
Yeah. I mean, even as I
That's
say
why I
for us
love this
video
guy.
gamers, man, you got to be ready to play that next level.
Say it again.
Yep.
Say it again about video gamers.
I said as far as us old school gamers and shit,
Yeah.
as we go through life, man, we got to be ready for that next level.
Yes,
And
I'm
they showing us,
still
man,
gaming. I'm
they're
still
leveling
gaming.
up
Yes, yes.
every couple years,
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, that
we
part.
work on keeping up.
Me and Shanti said a long time ago, these video games is training these young boys for military practice in real life form.
Yeah.
They got them on these games, virtual reality, getting them ready to go to real war. And what you see, they sign
How about
up.
that?
They signing up left and right.
Yeah.
As soon as they graduate.
How about that?
As soon as they
How about
graduate,
that?
They sign up left and right. My nephew.
How about that?
My nephew's in the
I mean,
Navy
'cause-
now.
And those that are worse with mental health are those ones that are out there not necessarily
more
our
fucked
black
up.
and brown folks, but
My nephew Elijah's in the Navy right
but
now.
I'm saying
remember?
those are the ones that doing Columbine and whatnot.
Dude,
Also,
yeah, come
you know
on,
what I'm saying?
come home flipping
Well,
out.
Yeah.
I call it to you like this. Just as the studies have showed, just like when the young men went to war for Vietnam.
Right.
They didn't deal with those men in no
At
kind
all.
of way. They gave them in dope and put them in a hospital.
Yeah,
Crazy
yeah.
part. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, what he
You
just
got
said-
cats like my best homeboy right now. He went over there as a sniper. 2 weeks after we got out of high school, he was out.
Hell, they were,
Right,
dealing,
so-
they were dealing with Agent Orange, weren't they?
Yeah, but what he just
back
said
in
about the dope,
Vietnam.
Yep.
about
Both
the
of my
dope,
uncles, my uncle that passed first, my younger uncle died with Agent Orange. His kids are okay, but yeah, it's nothing.
not nice.
You got to understand, when you go into the military, you're a guinea pig.
You're
one.
indentured servant.
You're a slave. You're not an
Yeah.
indentured servant. They pay you bullshit ass
Well,
wages. I mean,
you're right. You're not indentured.
not
You're
to be
right.
like that, but me personally, anybody that goes to war, you need to get a basketball player salary.
I agree.
No,
talk.
that's real.
Because if you going out there dodging bullets and cannons and shit like that, my nigga,
Performing under that type of pressure on top of
IEDs.
it.
hell yeah. Oh wait, them is all stars to me. I don't give a fuck how they try to put it, my nigga. And you know me, I shoot guns. I shoot
Word.
guns well. But hey, I came out of the concrete jungle. But I tell you what, homie,
tell 'em
you ain't
again.
finna put me in no bush out there shooting somebody that I ain't got nobody to shoot
No
at.
beef
for.
with. What you
Right,
say? You ain't got no beef with.
Yep. Well, I mean, speaking on that though, I mean, we were talking about protests and talking about fucked up police.
Motherfuckers shooting at us for no reason.
But think about this, like he just said, getting paid like ball players and entertainers. Our fucking society in this capitalist fucking system is so fucked up and backwards that if you were paying police what they
they wouldn't be angry.
they wouldn't be as corrupt.
Well,
Why?
they're in a situation. Okay, look,
They're corrupt because they're angry.
the thing that is being taken away is competition.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of having competition makes one grow, makes one fall. And different competition has different ways. I mean, dude, we've been drinking Pepsi and Coca-Cola for over, 75, almost 100 years now, right?
Yeah.
All they've done is added a couple teas and a couple juices, but it's the same shit,
Yeah.
right? But understand,
Real
those are the
spill.
only two competing.
Right.
Real
And I mean
spill.
that also applies to teachers, firefighters. You know,
Yeah,
it's just the point that I'm making. Like we undervalue those things.
The
That
important people.
right.
right.
The important people
We
are not respected.
undervalue education. We've turned education into a fucking money pit. You know what I'm saying? Our
The
health
school
system.
it's
school
still-
education
it-
being policed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, it's still your money. Your money tells what you are, and that's why you got cats right now doing the money phones and bullshit like that. I mean, come on, bruh. Like, money don't make the man,
Yeah.
Not at all.
but you
Just
gotta
like-
understand.
I love what
Look
he
at how
said.
they pushed
Yeah,
it. Like, when we were now back on the protest thing, right? You gotta look at what we're protesting. We're protesting damn near everything that's coming out of style, and they're
Yeah.
basically saying, no, you gotta take that. But understand, ain't nobody really, and I mean, the fact that they're doing little fuck shit like they did the youngster in LA today, like they did the little 6-year-old kid, the other little 16-year-old girl. I mean, I can sit here and throw numbers.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the fact that,
What sister said today?
y'all know what it is.
653
Yeah, like this is status
653
quo.
black and brown citizens
Yeah.
murdered by the police. 653.
Yeah.
Right.
That's way too
I mean,
many.
I think I put the numbers up a couple days ago since the George Floyd freaking
Anniversary.
verdict. I think there was like 181 killings after that. Like what?
Okay. So
Shit doing wild.
Look,
Even
that
here,
didn't
right
stun
now,
it.
I seen
Like, that
the
doesn't
news.
even stun it at all, bro.
I seen the
Like,
news. I don't even watch the news, but I just happened to be up late and I didn't turn the channel after the games or something. And they had the news on. Why they just said we're already surpassed a record. We're at like 750 deaths right here in California.
yeah.
oh yeah.
How about
Gang
that?
related. Gang
And
related.
ain't none of them COVID.
That's why I said to the police today, y'all out there shooting at us, but you ain't rolling on none of them thugs, them gangsters,
Right.
because them niggas is shooting back.
Right. Well, I mean, bringing that up, you know, we got to go to and give shots out to the homie Skip Townsend. Second
We
call.
forgot to get that young brother's information.
But they had
He was one that was
Kev. I know
riding.
you can relate to this.
Skip second call. Yeah, he was out there today.
They had a
Monster Cody.
candlelight vigil for the homie Monster
From Monster
Cody.
Cody on Normandy and
Yeah, I
Florence.
heard that the other day. I did hear that.
It was out
Brother
there today.
Tariq had that up there.
Yeah, they was out there today. And
Wow.
and-
Yeah, I was gonna try to get out there for that one. That was
Check
probably
this shit out.
huge.
Dude, it was Skip, my boy Skip Townsend from
Who-
Second
who
Call,
used to be from
who
20s.
used to be from 20s. You know what I'm saying? That's how thick this shit was and how important.
So that's why the youngster got shot. You gotta understand, when we come together and there ain't no violence, they come back and induce violence upon us. If y'all, man, pay attention. Y'all know me, I throw shit out there like that all the time, and I
We
be
love
right
it.
on point.
That's why
hey,
we
man,
get you on the cast.
Yeah.
every
And that's
time
real
we
shit.
have something where we get together and there ain't no violence, and when I say we get together, I mean black, brown, and everybody else.
Yeah.
When we're surrounded by the police, and perfect example was Nipsey's funeral.
Right.
I mean, for everybody to come across the world here for that mess, and there was no violence. The police were tripping. It wasn't us.
Well, the good
Hey,
thing, the
as
good
he
thing
says
today
that,
is
1992, the unity, there was no more gang violence. And the
Right.
feds and the corrupt ass police perpetrated to be rival gang members and started the gang shit back up.
Correct.
Well, but the good thing- the good
and
thing
many
for
cats
today-
don't know that.
we gotta give. You know, we talk about a lot
These
of
some
negative
facts,
shit,
man.
and
Motherfuckers
real
understand.
shit. Yeah.
Argument is
But
facts, not the emotions.
We gotta give props to the event today, because Skip Townsend's show, like, it didn't
so
happen
as
today.
you're talking about that,
Yeah.
right? Skip Townsend
Didn't
in the
happen
middle
today.
of Monster Cody's visual
Right,
on Normandy and Florence.
And it was
And
in
there
that
was rival
area.
gang. Yeah, it was rival gang.
See?
About to tell
And
him.
about
And
to
that's
tell
what
it.
I'm about to tell.
Yeah.
So here's Skip.
But we have to remember that us in LA, what's the LAPD to us? Another gang.
Yes.
Them motherfuckers just got
What I said
badges
to
and
protest.
guns. They
What I
get to
said
carry
to
theirs all the
protest.
time. I mean, you know me, I'm a hood nigga, so in that situation, you got yours, I got mine. So hey, whoever bust off first.
So as he said that, I addressed the police talking about you guys is motherfucking being motherfucking. You guys ain't nothing but a gang with badges. Y'all got a whole gang inside the sheriff department that y'all know about. I put that shit on blast today, but
Oh man, that's been out since Rampart. Rampart's the one that kicked him out there. That's why the brother out here, what's his name, Chris Madonna or something like that, was capping him. I mean, he wasn't out here just capping police for nothing.
Hey, but today's
To
event,
the
though,
fact of where they made sure he didn't tell his story by killing him and burning him down in Big Bear.
man, so at the whole vigil, you got 30s out there, you got skippers from
Everybody.
20s, and I know there's a bunch of other bloods out there.
Hey,
You got
look,
60s out
look,
there,
you're not-
eight
the 60s.
trays,
Hey,
Trays in
y'all
the
ain't-
60s,
trays
though?
and 60 and no
Come on,
violence.
dude.
Hey, hold up
jeez.
though. Hold up though. Let me
Come
tell
on,
you
all
why
the
it was so
Crips.
deep like that.
Like,
Look,
come on, man.
how many niggas done been to the pen and read that nigga's books? How many niggas done went to
Well, I
jail
just
and read
said,
that nigga's
Blanco.
book?
Yeah.
You're talking about, niggas, that was a textbook for half of the young homies right now
To
under
not be
50
doing this
years
bullshit.
old.
To not be doing this bullshit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
real shit.
So all
If
those,
every-
all
if-
those
He said it like multiple times. It was a beautiful thing, and I just want to give shine to it, because you know what I'm saying. We
that was
talk
awesome.
about on our podcast. We always bring light to the negative shit, but we also got to balance it out. You know what I'm saying?
We keep it illuminated with the
balance is
real.
the key to life. That's my motto, and we got to
Yin and
balance
yang.
it out with the positive and let the people know that there is positive out there. You know what I'm saying? Besides what we are doing
Oh,
and attempting
right.
to do.
So the positivity he's talking about is the LAPD had the street blocked off with yellow tape
Allowing them to do
at
it.
Normandy and Florence and was out there securing the perimeter so they could have the visual.
I told you. I told
Hey, in
I
all
saw,
respect,
I saw that little that. Okay, now look. When I say they treated them like insurgents, I saw the little barbed wire orange barrier.
that's where we was at the
Yeah.
sheriff shit. They was trying to, they was
Right.
shooting at us because the people was upset.
If I can
shaking
find
that.
it, I'll send you some footage of how they secure areas when they're overseas.
Right, because they
Same
was
as-
talking
It
about
will look
if you
exactly
shake
the same.
Except it's barbed wire.
if you shake the barbed wire, they talking about we consider that as
An act of
an
aggression.
active aggression. That's the problem, right
that's
there.
an active
the
aggression.
problem.
That's basically saying that you're trying to climb a wall to get at them, and you already have them in fear of their life.
What I said.
So if you touch that motherfucker, they have rights to shoot you. And you
Well,
black, so
I
hell yeah,
I
they
don't
gonna
see that
shoot you.
I don't see that shit in any part of the law. That's for damn fucking sure.
That's just illegal.
That is
Misuse of
policy.
firearms.
That is not law. That's the thing that we have to start doing.
Yep.
Also, is learning the law. Me
Yep.
being a criminal justice major, I kind of laugh
Policy's
at
a
myself
trick.
because some of the stuff I be catching them doing, I'd be like, those are simple shit that you should have been taught as a youngster dealing with the police.
Yeah.
Because the police, man, if you don't say nothing to them
Keep your
motherfuckers,
mouth
make them do
shut.
their job. Oh, you can get pissed all you want. You know what? I'll take that ass whooping, but you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to take your bond and you ain't going to work.
Yeah.
But most of us don't know that.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut.
That's real shit. That's real
I plead
shit.
the fifth.
Them was the last motherfuckers you need to say anything to, because when they actually read you your Miranda rights, they tell you anything you say can and will
Anything.
be used against you. My uncle's been kicking that in my motherfucking brain since I was 8 years old.
Remember what he said, folks. Capital letters and exclamation points. Multiple of them. Anything you say can and will be held against you.
Okay, I gotta break shit up real quick. I gotta let the people know if they don't already know. This is Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast, Third Eye Worldwide Radio. Hip hop
In
for the
your
people.
eardrum.
Positive minded apparel, positive minded attitude. Man, the YouTube channel is Black Brown Movement 88.
Instagram, same handle.
All lowercase, all one word. Black Brown Movement 88. Instagram, same handle.
And the Birth of a Movement album and the EP,
And the
called The
book.
Storm, is on all your digital platforms. It is called Birth of a Movement by the
That's
Black
Amazon,
and
that's iTunes,
Brown
that's,
Movement.
you know what I'm
That's
saying, Google
Tidal,
Music,
that's
Tidal,
Deezer,
you know what I'm saying?
Spotify. It's
Go out
on
there and
all
check it
your
out,
digital
you know what I'm saying?
platforms. iHeart. It's on iHeart for all you iHeart lovers too.
Y'all got it on iHeart too? That's
It's on
what's up.
iHeart too, baby, for all your iHeart lovers.
Hit us up for your hip hop for the people gear.
YouTube Music.
Black and Brown Movement gear.
Get
you know
your
what I'm
positive
saying?
minded apparel
Positive
gear
minded
too.
apparel gear.
That's what that is.
All
Is
that.
conscious slogans.
Yeah.
Always gonna be something uplifting.
Also, for our true listeners who already know, I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna let the new people know, new listeners. Hopefully, we got here. You know, our podcast format. We have a main topic. You know, today has been protest. We have our top 5.
And we let the new person that is on the show, the guest,
Yeah.
gets to choose the top 5.
You
So-
a guest today, though.
Yeah, you're a guest today,
Only
but after
today,
today
though.
you won't be a guest no more.
Only today, though. Only today, because you already know how it goes. You family, you in my house, you ain't no guest. But
Hey, you know how I go. Hey, you know I only introduced you to the cabinets the first day. Next day after that, you know where the cups are,
What
homie.
Boner told you, Ricky?
so I mean, we could try and ink out on the fly a top 5 if you down with it, and we're gonna let you come up with it.
What top 5 you got in your Carvessa, my brother?
It could be anything, bro.
Yeah,
Anything.
Top 5 of what? I mean,
whatever you have in
Anything.
your heart and
I mean,
mind.
we've had like music, art,
Best jazz
movies,
artists.
anything,
we've
bro.
done a bunch
anything.
of shit.
Think about it for a second. We're gonna keep talking. I also want to let the people know we have our sports segment. Usually,
We did some
you
shit
know.
on social justice before.
Yeah, we talk.
We talk about everything. Whatever
your
you
top
feel.
5 subjects, you mean?
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
give me a
should've been
minute on
clearer.
that.
We should have been
Because there's a
clearer.
lot going on right now
you
that's
could,
really,
you could
you know.
multitask though, right? You could be thinking
Of
about
course.
it while we continue to talk. Okay, cool.
Of course.
Because we have
Come
our
on, man, that's
our
Kev, man. What
right?
you talking about?
We
That's
have
K
our,
to the E to the B.
Mr. Mayfield related to Curtis Mayfield
And Baker.
Mayfield.
Come on, man.
Hey.
We ain't related. I just carry that name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got someone famous on the podcast today, folks. Just so you know, we putting it out there.
We all famous
But,
because we black and brown.
yeah, no
Indigenous, black, Native American,
No
and
doubt.
Mexicans.
But when we talk
Yeah,
about
shit, my people was here before they got here, so.
You know,
right.
recognize the truth. Go
When
learn
we
your
talk,
learn your history, not
his
trying to-
history.
My cousin is supposed to my nephew actually is supposed to let me know here, I think in a week or so, what our original family name was before they changed it.
Okay. And then we always talk.
That's dope.
We have our sports segment, and when we do our sports segment, who do we usually talk about?
Don't rub it in, man. Don't rub it
We
in.
ain't rubbing it in. We gotta talk about it
and
though.
the Dodgers, Doyers. You know,
We gotta talk about the Laker thing though.
the
Like,
2020 champs.
we
you know
saw
what
the
I'm saying?
politics, but we ain't tripping that. We want
Yeah.
to talk about what's coming for the next season coming shortly.
Yeah, no doubt.
What do
Okay.
you
Get
see
LeBron
happening?
out of here and get us a goddamn team.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I get you.
He's old now, man.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Nah,
He got. I
came in
think he
for a
got what?
reason.
1 more year?
No, 2.
2 more years?
2
Okay.
more years on his contract.
Hopefully. Hey, now I'm hoping on a star that Cleveland come back and be like, hey, we're gonna throw you numerous money so you can retire as a Cleveland Cavalier that like you started. I hope so, because I sure do not think he deserves to retire as a purple and gold king. I do not.
Give me your take on AD though.
He's building, but in that situation, he was already scathed to come here when Kobe was still here. When that boy first came in the league, he was already looking to come here. And, you know how the league was at that time. I think that next year is when they told Chris Paul he couldn't come. Because, I mean, man, this is the Lake Show, baby. I mean, cats come out of college. There's 4 teams you want to go to. That's L.A., Boston, Miami at that time. And I think,
It's funny how
Milwaukee, I think.
It's funny how the Knicks are like in New York, like the first biggest market. We're like the second, and nobody ever wants to go to the Knicks, even though they made it to the playoffs. Shots out, they made it to the playoffs this year, even though they lost to Atlanta. But I always just crack up on that. But yeah, man, with the Lakers, man, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, we're cap strapped. They got to figure out a bunch of contracts, and we'll see how shit comes out next year, whatever, I'm rooting for the Clippers to lose. They ended up winning today, and they still down.
They so discombobulated. I'm surprised the Clippers even made it this far, but I think they actually let them get past the first round because they got that first round curse.
Yeah. I think it's really the second round. They've made it to the second round a couple of times, and they've never seemed to be able to get past that. So we'll see what happens, whatever. But I don't know. As long as the Nets don't win, I'm good. Because that whole super team bullshit, like I'm not.
I don't know about that, man.
I mean, if Harden can't get it straight, they got a super duo. They don't have a big 3, but. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
They got gunners sitting on the bench.
So
they look like my homeboy, like my the young kid at my job told me, he's like, man, they got a NBA 2K21 on that squad.
Yeah, no, that's real shit. That's real shit. What do you got a team in baseball, Major League, or no?
I don't do baseball.
Okay. What about? Well, fuck it. I mean, we're rivals. My brother here, Ricky, is a Bears fan. Unfortunately for him, he's a Bears fan. I'm a Packers fan. You're a Vikings fan. We're all in the same fucking division.
Fuck all you NFC niggas.
We're in the shit league, goddammit.
Listen.
That's our rivals.
Listen. Fuck all you NFC niggas.
We the battle of the shits over here, boy.
We the real America's team.
I want to
Steeler
know.
Nation.
I gotta know my boys.
We the real 6-ring champion when it was
real.
When it was real football, not pussy ball. We got 6 rings when it was real hitting.
I mean, you had a player named after me. I give you that. You know what I'm saying?
You know you're an undercover Steeler fan.
Okay. But
change that green to black.
Wow, you sound like my wife with that one. We can't battle the Steelers, but a lot of them Steelers cats be long-time bandwagon fans.
Not me, though. I'm 76
I've been a Bear fan since I was 7 years old.
I'm 76 with it, baby. I've been rolling Steelers since 76.
If my brothers would give me the opportunity, I want to ask my man Kev his opinion on the whole Aaron Rodgers situation.
Fucked up.
On Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Wait, Kev, wait.
Hey, didn't he get smacked, or he was trying to leave up out of Green Bay, right?
He's pissed off.
How they treated him. They treated him with no respect.
Well, come to find out, he's not mad at the coaches. He's not mad at the GM. He's not feeling the fucking
ownership.
The CEO.
I told you.
Well, he's the CEO because the community owns the team. We're the only team in that situation.
I said ownership.
Right,
they're motherfuckers.
The front office.
And guess what? Even though he's the color he is, he grew up in the Bay Area.
You know what he really mad at?
He's a different type of dude.
He mad at that he ain't had no kind of input on personnel, and that they've gotten rid of a lot of OG cats that still have maybe another year or two in them. they got rid of them, and he was close with them. You know,
Right.
Jordy Nelson,
it's business.
Charles Woodson. You know, we can go down the line of players, and so that's from. And this is coming from James Jones. You remember James Jones?
Yeah.
The wide receiver, he played with us, and you know, he was tight with and still is with Rodgers, and he played for the Raiders for a minute, whatever. But yeah, so,
I mean, that's kind of like that's the different generation. Like I when you football and basketball are definitely two different things as far as loyalty, camaraderie, and brotherhood. Like in football, we say, I'm going to war with this cat. You know what I'm saying? Because you're physically, I mean, not to say basketball isn't physical, and how we say it and how it's explained, basketball is a physical sport, football is a collision sport. So in that situation, it's not that I don't have more respect for a basketball person, but the relationships that are grown in football, like, how do I put this? You see the football guys going with each other on the floor,
No, I
but
get
that's
it.
a team thing.
yeah, I get
right?
it. Yeah,
In football, I know your family.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
we
it's
played
different.
together
It's
for
different.
10 years. Yeah, we played together since we got out of college, or not per se like that, but when I went to one squad, you end up coming over there like 2 years later after some shit like that. We played for like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how he sits. I mean, you got to remember, he came from the clipboard.
Yeah.
So he's been there as the undercard for a minute. So as his relationship has grown with the team guys and stuff like that, because they've all been down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like how we're saying right now as the black and brown. Yeah, we've come from the bottom now. You know, hey, as we go up, I want to see all my people successful and have it right.
Yeah.
And he has to sit there and understand that, yeah, you're just a fucking employee and you do what the fuck we tell you. Get out there and throw this ball and run up and down this field like we
shut
tell
up
you.
and
That's
dribble.
it.
Yeah.
Shut up and dribble.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
motherfucker,
yeah, yeah.
what? Who are you talking to? Meet me in the locker room.
I mean,
Right, but you see how nice they did him though. You
Yeah.
see how nice they do him to how they do everybody else.
Right.
well, I mean, you can say it. This is Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast. How they do the brothers. I mean, let's keep it
I mean,
real.
come on, man. They
Versus
just
how
now had to come out
the
with the
fact that he's
NFL
white,
saying
like, you
that,
know.
hey, we was actually being racial on how we're going to pay you niggas back for getting concussions and shit, because you niggas are already dumb, so we shouldn't have to pay you that amount of money because you're stupid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah,
That was foul as fuck.
yeah.
These niggas
Foul
walking
as
around
fuck.
with basically amputee legs, but they still got their legs
So
and not getting no love.
let me ask a question. Has your third eye and your multitasked mind
For real, that brilliant brain, B&B.
been thinking about a subject for a possible top 5 while we was talking sports or no?
Yes, I have. Yes, I
Okay,
have.
well, talk to us. Talk to us.
Off the top, I would like to. I would say my number one subject that I really have been like really on is one, the fact of what integration has really gotten us as a whole, and I mean that on the whole level, especially when we say black and brown,
Right.
because the way that they've pitted us together and against each other is bullshit.
Right.
And I just sat here this year and watched this white man sit here and tell these Negroes that y'all are going to have to bow down here next year because there's going to be some new leaders. And I was just like, yo, this fool's talking crazy. So it's just the way they're trying to do that and understanding where we're losing because we keep trying to be them.
So let me formulate this for you.
Ooh, he just said that part right there. The simulation shit.
Yeah. Let me formulate this for you.
Stokely Carmichael said, "Do not assimilate."
And correct me if I'm wrong.
He said middle class is bullshit.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm hearing is you're coming up with a top 5 subjects. So we could call it could be subjects for future podcasts. It could be just subjects we are interested in, subjects we'd like to talk about, whatever.
On them shits.
What we have lost. Okay, the name of that one would be what we have lost as a people, black and brown, through integration. 1.
The top 5 things we have lost.
Top 5 things that we have lost is now.
Okay, so
Bang.
you got to start off then And it could be from 5 to 1, 1 to 5. It doesn't matter. You just got to give your top 5 things, and each one of us will have to do the same. But we got to start it with you.
Yes, sir.
Off the top, it would be manufacturing. The reason why we can't produce no wealth, and the reason why they're really tripping on this so-called word of critical race theory, as we just watched last week, the Tulsa history that finally came on TV.
Right.
And as brother was talking, yes, me and him has had some pretty fiery conversations. And this was back in 2000, brother. Look how long that's been.
21
You feel me?
years.
Look how long that's been.
Manufacturing.
And that's, yes, because without manufacturing, there is no empowerment.
Right. Absolutely. Agreed. So that's your one. So you got 4 more. Whether it's 5, 5 being the most important, 1 being dead. That doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. You got 4 more.
Okay. After that would be just basically black and brown empowerment here. In other words, with that, would come off would be being understanding how they regulate us to have businesses and certain businesses. Like there's certain businesses that they won't even let us know beyond redlining, bro. There's businesses that they won't even like, and I'll keep it a buck with you. There's businesses that they won't even let a Mexican or a black even walk through the front door because the automatic turnaround of that business is over a couple million, or it's multi-million every year.
Okay.
So there's certain situations that they won't let you touch, even play with, because if you ever get that and bring some more with you, now it's a problem.
So give me a term for that as your second. Like the first was manufacturing.
Why we're not fighting. Yeah, I would say why we're not fighting for empowerment, understanding.
Okay, so empowerment.
The competition game.
Empowerment. Is your
Empowerment,
second.
yeah.
Okay, so you got 3 more.
The seeking of true manhood that is being lost right now with this LBGT, BLM, and all this other bullshit. I don't know if y'all seen Buck Breaking yet by Tariq and stuff like that, but that's out. If y'all haven't seen it,
I know what it is.
Yeah, so
I know what it is. What was that? That movie, was it Pulp Fiction?
Buck Breaking.
With Vin Rames and Bruce Willis.
No, that wasn't Pulp Fiction.
That was what movie was that?
Big Rames and Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Bruce Willis was a boxer. He was supposed to throw the fight, and he didn't. They ended up in a video store in the red.
Yes, he was being broken, and yes, that is a buck being broken per se in the term.
I got you. Okay.
But how men are no longer, and it's all because of the couple generations of us going to prison and not being able to be in the home. It really wasn't taught that because at my time, you know what I'm saying, my father passed when I was 2. So a lot of us don't understand what the outline of a man. We just know what niggas' moms done brought to the cribs and shit like that growing up. Okay. So now, as men are having to do man shit, we're not seeing it. We're not seeing it. Because me personally, and as I talk to 2 brothers right now on this phone, I look at it. I've always been a father. They've always been fathers. Yeah. And I've been to prison and jail and shit like that, but I'm still a father. You got me fucked up because my kid know when I walk in the room, who is that? Oh, that's my dad. It ain't gonna be like that's some nigga.
Yeah.
My buttercup's 6 years old from birth. She know daddy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So in that,
so that's it. Buck Breaking, that's your third. So you got 2 more.
Okay. Dang, what was the other one? I didn't write that other one down. Let me think.
That's okay. Take your time.
Manufacturing, Buck Breaking. Diet.
Okay.
Bad eating.
Diet. The fact of what we're eating and how we're eating.
Okay.
The fact that, because now, you know me, I'm in the trucking game. At one point, when I looked into the industry, how I figured out what trucking company and how I really wanted to deal with that, is a company that is going to have a product that everybody is going to need viciously for the next 30 years, regardless if I'm staying 30 years or not. You know what I'm saying? I need to know that longevity is sitting there. In that, I went to go to a company called JBS Meats. JBS Meats is the second largest meat production company in the world. They own Foster Farms and half of the chicken and all of the goddamn beef in the world. So in that situation, that's where I wanted to go work.
Okay.
Come to find out, with this COVID and stuff like that, we are fixing to go through a major food shortage that our country ain't talking about, that other countries are already dealing with. So in that, y'all know me and have been following, messing with me. I've been telling everybody to start growing you a garden, a small garden or something.
Yeah,
Get
definitely.
started. Because it's coming back. We're gonna end. Yeah, they done messed around and turned the clock of history back like almost 100 years, easy.
Jim Crow 2.0.
Yeah, because ain't nobody talking about how much China has lost, because China flooded out for 6 months. It was flooded over there 14 feet high across the whole country.
You said that again.
Nobody
Say
heard
it
about
again.
that shit over here.
Repeat
So
that again.
when I say what we eat right now, because right now when we're being pushed, and you see it on TV, beyond meat out the lab.
No, I
Ain't
got
none
you.
of that shit real.
I
I mean,
got
the past year or so, I showed painted lettuce.
We just saw
I showed
that shit
that
on
the
the news.
snow ain't real.
Ricky, we just saw that on the news. Remember that fake ass meat bust they had?
Yeah, so
Bunch of
until
fake
we
money.
really understand what we're ingesting, because we all say, and we've always been taught, you are what you eat. Really? Are you what you eat right now? Because if you eat right, you wouldn't be going through. Because at work, I asked, because I do orientations. At work, I asked youngsters under 35 years old, how much do you think you're going to need for retirement? I always get $1 million. They always think $1 million is going to be able to do it. And I tell them all the time,
Not enough.
wait till you get 65 when you get sick. That's $250,000 a year that you got to come up with.
Yep. Yeah, so diet. We can go on all night with that one, but that's your
Okay,
fourth.
right.
So you got your fifth. Your fifth and
That
final.
last one would be relationship, and how men need to really
Appreciate
get
their
back right
queens.
and make the foundation. We have lost direction. There is no guide right, basically, for men right now, especially black males and Mexicans, because the thing that we're dealing with is fucking everybody's trying to be white and tell us you got to act like them to get somewhere in life. But
Bullshit.
understanding them motherfuckers are the worst vicious criminals there is. So then when they look at us doing criminal shit, yes, we're doing low-level criminality because they're doing high-level criminality that we can't get to.
So basically,
And in that situation, we have our women, both races of women, because I work with them, and it's just crazy to see it, that they're the first ones that get lured with the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
So-
we'll turn around and look at me as a black man and
You ain't
my Latin
shit.
homie as a Mexican, like, oh, y'all just some scrubs because y'all ain't making what he making. Bitch, you're really gonna judge me against this motherfucker who's had everything handed to him, and me and the homie right here?
Right.
Not only did we come from the mud, bitch, you're watching us wipe the mud off of each other? Really?
Right.
So relationship.
Because, yeah.
Got it. Okay. Who's next? That's 5. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the
think I'll
top
go
5.
next.
Go for it.
I think a lot of the things that we lost along with that is education. Some of the education we received back before we were colonized and all that. You know what I mean? Some of that
The true
education,
history.
the true history and
History.
education. We've lost it along the way, and along with that would be the second one, which would be culture. A lot of our culture have been, assimilated, and so now
Watered down.
watered down and assimilated, and even and burnt. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? It made it to be not true, or made it to seem a
Real
lie.
history, true history
Right.
books were burnt, no
Exactly.
doubt. That's why, they were. They still have them.
I
in-
would
to the Native
love to
Americans.
give a history class. I would love to give history on here, bro.
We can do that. We can
Yes,
do that
we
in the
can.
future.
That-
Don't even trip.
That's a good idea.
Do me a favor. Write down all your ideas, and we can, collab on them before, and we can, line some shit up. Don't even trip.
Y'all know y'all just gotta throw me a subject when it comes on history. I go back 200,000 years before religion. Throw it.
Go for
Oh,
it.
So
my
my third one would be
My
language.
ninja.
Language is something we lost along the way too because of the assimilation. You know, they don't speak the original tongues.
Dialects.
You know, like Nahuatl. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? For you know the
Natives.
Mexica and all them. You know what I mean? A lot of that language is lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's barely alive right now, and there's a lot of languages that are that way too because of that.
Yeah.
I believe
Because none of us should be speaking this English mess.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Right.
European language.
Especially
Yep.
Right, that's the European language.
It's witchery. None of us should really be speaking it.
Our
Right,
Latinos
exactly.
shouldn't be
It's-
speaking
it's-
Spanish.
So
That's
as
the
we're
true
on
dead
that
language.
point,
If I would say, is English is the
as
dead
we're on
language.
this point,
Who
This
said
is-
that? Spanish is the true dead language. Who said that?
No, I said English was a dead language, but Spanish is
dead as well,
Spanish
yeah.
is Spanish is off of
Gangsta,
Latin
yes.
too.
Yes,
But-
he is
but
right.
because- because it
The
speaks
Latino,
death. The reason
the
I say
Latino
English-
X language was where they stole it all from. They took 4 other languages and said, hey, it sounds close to this one, so we'll mix it with this one and everybody can
But
use
a
it. What
lot
kind of
the-
shit
a
is
lot of
that?
but a lot of the English,
Castillon.
a lot of the English language is the reason
Yeah,
I
that's
called
the
it
Venezuelan dude.
a dead language
He
is
wanted
because
all
it
to be
speaks
united.
death into your life. It's a lot of negative and connotations, and
Yeah.
so that's why I call it a dead language because it causes death. It doesn't promote
Doesn't
positivity.
speak-
and
it speaks death,
because of
yeah.
all the you know what I mean, just all the negative and connotations
How
that
they
are
worship
involved in
it.
it. You know what I mean?
tell us more time.
That's why all English words roots are Latin.
Exactly, and that's the original dead language apparently, supposedly.
But
And-
the funny shit is you say that is in Rome, them niggas was speaking Latin.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
America's not America, people. It's Euro America.
Right.
Europeans built America off our backs.
And the last one the fifth one would be health. I think we've lost a lot of our health. Like you were talking about nutrition
Diet, yeah.
and your diet. We've
Yeah.
gotten away from that. And not only that, just because the way that we deal with health in this country is
Taboo.
ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like back in the day where if you got sick or something, then you know you find herbs or your local tribesman or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call
Shaman.
it would go
Yep.
out there
Shaman,
and get
yep.
the proper herbs to deal with that and deal with it that way and we don't deal with
We're dealing with Dr.
selective,
Tom Slick.
right? But not only that, nature
Slick.
nature was a decision, a decision,
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
right? Nature was a
Suffering for your suffering.
right. Nature was a
Man.
deciding factor whether you lived or died. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And how strong your immune system was, and so some of that immune system is not the way it was back in
Yeah,
the day.
that's what's up. That's your top 5. I appreciate that. That's dope shit. You ready? You want me to go? You
You
go
said,
last.
what
anyway.
have we lost? Right?
Well, he said
Due to
top
integration.
top 5 things we lost due to integration. Yeah.
Due to integration, we lost the self-determination
Ooh, man. Absolutely.
as an individual culture.
That's like number 1.
I can smoke a bag of that.
Yeah.
We forgot that we were leaders from the beginning.
Is that 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
So
the
leadership.
originators.
So leadership.
There is no
Leadership.
civilization if we didn't make
Leadership,
it.
Yep.
We were original leaders,
Yeah.
as we say in our anthem.
Yep.
Kings, or in one of our songs, we were
Royalty.
kings and queens.
Yeah.
Our ancestors were sitting on thrones of royalty of gold.
Sip some.
You know what I'm saying? Royalty, right? Royalty is loyalty.
Yep.
That's our song.
Yep.
But so what was that 3?
3.
Right? And I would say we lost guidance. Like we have no leaders. We have no
Right.
leadership in
Manhood.
our culture.
Yeah. Yep.
We grew up with leaders.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, you know,
Even hood leaders, like,
nigga.
they got
What you
killed,
mean?
nigga. They got
Steve-O,
Yeah.
Dino, T-Dub.
Yeah.
Those niggas was,
They
niggas
got
take your
killed
ass
off.
to school.
Yep.
Them niggas tell me to go to
Yeah, I
school.
mean,
You ain't ready
look,
for this. When you
On
ready,
that,
come holler.
because
They
you gotta
told-
understand that the thing that even I laughed about, because when I had to sit back and realize, you know, who in the hood kind of raised me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we all always gonna say it's the older G's, but it's somebody that was a daddy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the homies that actually took care of his kids that was
Yeah.
telling niggas, hey man, you can't really be doing no shit like that.
Yep.
Fuck with them niggas, that's cool and all, but them niggas ain't gonna,
They
you
used
know.
to give me the ghetto pass. Like, they told all the young G's not to fuck with me. He go to school, he handle his business, he take care of his mama, whatever. You can't fuck with him. You fuck with
Yep.
him, you gotta fuck with me. So yeah, absolutely. That's 4,
Yeah.
Marcus. That's 4.
Yeah, that was yeah. there's like Butch told me when I was going to the block, he knew I was going to get my business on. He said, don't go down there and be in the group with the rest of them niggas. He said, go stand by yourself and you ain't gonna get arrested. Nigga, while I went in the store, grabbed a soda and came back out and looked down the block at the corner, nigga, on Montclair 28th, the brown van, and niggas was getting loaded in like cattle. I was like, ooh, wee, thank you, OG.
Man.
Save my freedom. I never
those were our angels. Those are our angels.
Because that guidance. And then when a nigga wanted to hang on the block, where the block was hot and bullets be flying and brothers be dying, niggas told me, you ain't ready. Take your ass to school. Smack on the back of the neck. Get to school, nigga. You're not ready for this.
What's your fifth and final?
The fifth and final? No real OGs. We got a bunch of fake OGs misleading these youngsters to be gangbangers, and they ain't teaching them.
The cycle going.
They ain't not teaching them what.
So elderhood.
They not teaching them
Elders.
what.
We lost our elders.
What you can get. Not good out of the situation.
Yeah,
that's all in the fuck breaking stuff, bro.
They're selling pipe dreams.
Yep.
And that's the other part where he just said, now what it really is,
black and brown too.
Now what it really is the big homie is really, like he just said, butt breaking these young niggas.
Yeah.
These young niggas is getting turned out.
Yeah.
And you
hey, Puff Daddy done got caught with his willy in somebody's mouth.
Huh?
Oh,
bro, he's been gay since
Puff
that
Daddy
song
done got
came
caught
out.
with somebody's.
I'm coming out. When he sampled that, that's when he came out, bro.
Hey, what do you
Straight
mean?
up.
You know?
Straight up and fucking down, bro. If you don't fucking believe me, it's in the music.
If you say Rick Ross, the nigga licks his lips.
Oh,
What?
hey,
Gangster, yep.
Nigga, what? Come
Because
on.
you gotta understand, everybody that's big, everybody that's big right now had to take that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
they got
sacrifice.
the actors gotta wear dresses, and the singers gotta take that deep.
Sacrifice.
Look at Kid Cudi. All of a sudden, that nigga got a dress on. We're like,
Right,
really,
right.
nigga?
Okay.
Disappointing.
So elderhood, that's your fifth. All right, so I'm about to flip the script. I'm gonna take the script that you came with, Kev, and you said integration and what we lost in it, the top five things. I'm gonna flip it to a positive and what should have been done with integration if it was
Granted.
if it was on some true shit. So
Ooh, bring it.
number one would
I
be
got where he's coming
to
from.
define a clear governance structure that creates accountability. That should have been the first thing that was done with integration. I mean, I don't know if I need to break that down or if it's kind of self-explanatory.
No, hey, you can show that. You can show that real easy by accumulating out of the massacre number that I have, and those were towns and cities that were thriving.
Right.
You put their money together on what they were making at the time before they were destroyed and bring it up to today, and oh boy.
So in their integration model, they had a defined, clear governance structure that created accountability, which made them successful. Of course, that was shot down. Number two, make use of new information. Test, and test again. So,
Correct.
you know, in a positive model of integration, you know, basically when you're implementing that, you're making people accountable, you're setting that structure and the clear governance, then you would be, you know, testing that constantly to making sure it was successful. If it wasn't, then you're looking at what wasn't successful and trying to turn that around. That's number two.
Look, and for you to say that now, perfect example of that would be Hyundai. Hyundai is a Korean company, right?
Right.
The same time we were going through civil rights and stuff like that, basically getting civil rights over here, the Koreans were left alone. That was right after Hiroshima and all that Bay of Pigs and all. I think it was right after the Bay of Pigs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
when America tried
instead
to invade
of
Cuba, that shit
right.
backfired.
Yeah,
So check this: how we were targeted to make sure we didn't have no type of growth. Korea has produced number 2 bullet train, and they were doing that in the early 70s, and now they have a whole car company that the whole country works for.
Right.
So as far as like growth and stuff like that, you can definitely get to show where we as black and brown have been targeted to be in a certain position. But there is like, once you understand, and how I get it, once you understand the game, you can work around it.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so number 3 is to develop the integration plan and engage the integration team early. So if it was to really succeed, it needed a real true plan. Not just to say, oh, you know what, it's time, everyone, you know, is against it, people are fighting, you know, there was violence and, you know, what have you that pushed towards the integration, so let's just make it happen. No, that wasn't what it should have been. It should have been, for it to really succeed, a plan should have been developed, and there should have been a real team that would have done steps 2 and 1. They would have tested to see what's successful and what wasn't. They would have clearly governed, you know, a structure and created accountability. You know, developing a plan and engaging a team early would have, you know, helped to succeed in integration. So
ain't that what the Constitution was supposed to be for?
Recently.
Right?
Hey, it's funny you say what you're saying.
Not to be a comic relief on that, but yeah, that's exactly what the Constitution is supposed to be for. But understand, America is the pony show. We are fucking Hollywood over here. That is it. Yep. It is for show. These fools just got on TV talking about we're not a racial country. But what you see come on, man.
Super racial.
They're basically for the world. And look, because we've all been through this. We've all been through this here. The white guy that just slapped the shit out of somebody, that now you done knocked the shit out of him. Now you're the one getting suspended, fired, going to jail, or some shit like that. And we know, hey, I'm just responding to what just happened.
Right.
But look who it is. Oh, he's the good old boy. They don't do shit like that. Oh, come on. The benefit of the doubt, per se. America's always dealt like that. We're the left hand to the English. So in that situation, you know, we're not kings and queens over here, like, per se, as far as government. But why is our shit ran just like their shit?
Yep.
Because it was built by what? Europeans using our blood and sweat.
Yep.
Stolen from Europeans, yeah. Stolen by, yeah.
All right, so I'm almost done. I got number 4, track progress.
I like that last one.
Thank you. Track progress and performance through robust project controls. So I don't like the word control per se, but tracking performance, which goes back to test again. Basically, you know, these are all interrelated. You know, and they're the 5 top things that would have helped in the success of integration if it was for a real purpose of integrating and not just doing it for the pressure, you know, and to end violence. But
so wait, real fast, I want to add something that I told you I was watching. I think it was a PBS where they be following the lineage. They were saying that when they did the stop slavery, they didn't have a plan. That was the problem.
Yeah.
They didn't have a plan when they set the slaves free.
It's done because of pressure.
So that's how they got grabbed back up and shit.
Societal pressure is the only reason it happened. Not only that, but when they were freed, their fucking slave masters didn't let them know from anywhere from 6 months to 2 years that they was free.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This shit was all on PBS.
Well, news didn't travel fast like that. And then you got to remember the whole Civil War. That everybody wants to say it wasn't about slavery, but the part of slavery. You're telling the South that now you have to give up your free labor.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, that's how I make all my money. I'm not fixing to give up my goddamn free labor. That's why you still got motherfuckers still with these rebel flags.
Yeah.
They're not trying to... that's it. That's been something we kind of beat up a couple years ago at our level. We was kind of discussing that because the fact that of the economical growth that would not have been done if Lincoln hadn't per se freed the slaves.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, it was a push from the world to basically say, hey, you motherfuckers be extra inhumane over there. We understand we all got slaves, but you motherfuckers over there are some whole different shit.
Yeah, doing way too much.
Y'all got to come up off of that. So how they did it, okay, hey, check it out. we won't call them slaves no more. We'll say they're citizens. Like, it's
Or
been a
indentured
game the
servants.
whole time.
Yep. Okay, so my fifth and final is communicate early, often, and be wary of the culture clash. So that ties. There are all of our points. All of our 5 points are interrelated. Again, the only thing I did was flip the script in regards to the actual topic, and again to try to balance things out, because balance is the key to life. And instead of what we lost in integration, what we could have gained if it was done correctly, and that was if
Well,
we
in that right there, I'll throw that one in, like we doing right now. Iron sharpens iron.
no doubt.
My brother's keeper.
Yeah, so beware of
All
the
day.
culture clash, basically is saying, hey, it's gonna happen, but if you're following the other 4 steps and trying to have a successful integration, then you have to beware of the backlash of what is gonna happen from integration, the culture clash.
We're watching that right now. A lot of these cats are getting their ass smacked out here.
Yep. Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, the one thing I like to see that I'm loving right now is even on the Latino side, I'm watching as they call them, the Wetos and the Oreos, and then our Coons and then our Oreos get called out
And the
because
coconuts.
y'all not really
Coconuts.
helping the situation. Y'all just trying to get a place up there with these white folks right here, and y'all fucking us up.
Yeah.
So in that situation, I'm happy to finally see that is going across the tracks to where we're both kind of looking at each other like, hey, did he just do that to you too?
Guess
And
what?
we're like, hey man,
Is he
let's go,
saying that?
because
That
y'all
was
know just like y'all, my best friend is Hispanic, and homeboy, hey, last thing he laughs with, because we just went to the gun show a couple months ago. Last thing he laughed at, he was like, I wish one of these motherfuckers would. I said, man, you sound like me right now. He was like, I ain't had one of them in a long time, Kev.
A third one, huh? Straight
I said,
fade.
really though.
Straight fade.
So just to keep things on point, man, we running up on an hour and a half here, and
Okay.
and we've pretty much we've had
We
our main
blessed the
topic
world today.
Yeah, we've had our main topic. We've had our call in from the homies from Miami checking in with us.
Wait, I have a
Shout
question.
out to Sneaky
So, Kev,
and Pup
It,
and Mup.
at protest, you said it's legal for them to shoot motherfuckers that ain't even grabbing the shit. And even
Well, you look at
people
it
that are
like this.
handicapped and disabled.
Well, the law now is if you show up at a protest meeting, and I had to learn this the hard way. If you show up at a protest meeting, you're considered part of the protest. With the law changing, that is now an act of violence. This is why they've been able to release these people to run you over when your ass is out there now. And in California, you got to remember, we're the prison state. So we're definitely treated like prison inmates on the street. So if you do it, and if there ain't no line to cross, you just got to move. Or you even look like you're going to move that direction. Because in prison, there are no warning shots, homie.
Nope.
Yeah.
So in this situation,
They are not.
I
ain't
say
been
this
in
all the way
prison.
across
I've
the
been to many
board,
prison, wayside.
all black and brown
Yeah.
need to act like we are prisoners
One.
of fucking war.
Act like
And when
we're
these
one.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
pull us over and stop us and have to deal with us and we deal with them, your mission is to fucking make it home.
Absolutely.
Don't say nothing to these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers got to legit stop. Hey, let them do their job. Give them what you got to give them. Let them. Hey, if you don't walk away that day or first day go to jail, hey, keep some bail money.
What
Damn,
he's
If
saying-
you out there
what
running
he's
dirty or
saying
some shit
is-
like that, you
what
knew the
he's
job was
saying-
dangerous when
saying
you
some
took
real
it.
shit.
What
and
he's saying
I'm
is-
shocked to know my brother for
Listen.
as long as I've known him.
What he's saying
Hey, I'm
is,
proud of you, bro. You done grown a lot, homie.
Yes, sir.
Oh, cause you know.
Yeah, I know,
Hey,
some
bro.
years back,
Hey,
yes, but
the-
now be talking
I
that
know,
same shit.
I know I'm not
Fuck
as much
no.
as you, but I
Fuck
know.
no.
Yeah.
But
Fuck no.
What he's saying to the
and-
world is,
But don't get it twisted. I'm still vicious on police because I know my laws.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
a criminal justice major.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know me, Brock.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't cut the motherfuckers no slack. But homie, I wanna live to see my grandchild see 18.
so what he's saying to the world is, stop being prideful, so you can live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nigga, that gangster shit only lasts for so motherfucking long. You can always stay a gangster. We always say, you can take the boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the boy.
Yeah.
Hey, that shit don't ever stop.
Never.
But dealing with them motherfuckers that have advantage, homeboy, you're in a fight, you're already losing.
Yeah.
Ain't no sense of jumping
You've
out there
lost from the
all the way
beginning.
get dusted
Yeah.
off.
You've lost before
Respect.
before it ever even started. Yeah.
And when they pull you over, you
Hamburger
are
Hill.
done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a joke that we've always said. Why do we call them one time? Why do we call them 5-0? We call them one time because niggas, you can fuck up all the time, but
Yep.
you get caught one time and it's
yeah.
over.
Yep.
Hey, it's Hamburger Hill. Is
Yeah.
what he's saying. Have you ever seen the movie Hamburger Hill?
You're not gonna make it to
Yep.
the top. As
You're not gonna make it to the
hard
top.
as you
They
fight,
made, no way. They made it to the top. But
Yeah.
a whole bunch of motherfuckers died before they made it to the top.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, bro. Like I said, man, we done covered it all. We done had a bomb ass podcast. I appreciate you coming on. I'm gonna hit you up on the next one, so make sure you get on again. And moving
For
forward
sure.
in the future, you know.
Yeah, we about to bless y'all minds. Y'all about to
Hey,
get that
all of our
SSI.
listeners, man, out there, make sure
Spiritual
you
Street Intellect coming next.
SSIs.
Sissies.
Make sure you all comment and leave, you know, any feedback, negative or positive. We don't care. We just trying to hear what you got to say.
I
You know
got
what I'm
another
saying?
Call
footnote. Another footnote.
Anything
Start
makes us
calling
better.
in.
Yeah,
Another
call in.
footnote. Everybody that taps in, follows us on any platform, we need all y'all to subscribe.
Yeah,
To
you
the
might get a
YouTube
free
cha-
T-shirt if you subscribe.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can get 1,000 viewers so
Yep.
we can go live.
Yeah, you might get some type of
We gotta give
material.
out some merch.
Yeah, we could give out
Yeah,
some.
You sign up and subscribe, we got some merch for
We
you.
got something for you. Could be a hat.
That's
could be
all
a
we need is a
t-shirt.
thou wow.
Could be
Thou
some
wow, bro.
stickers. That's
That's
all
it.
we need, a thou.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna shout y'all out on my thing too, man. I always put your clothes and stuff up there for some things, but I'm gonna push y'all here this week and see what we get.
Yeah, no
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
Sure, good looking.
Yeah, then we're gonna go live and we're gonna have to have you in the studio and you know and
I'll pull up. It's
show
pull
your
up
pretty-
summer right
show your
now.
pretty face,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
I love summer.
You know, I get better with time. You know.
Oh, it's all
We
good.
don't-
Like
we
fine
don't-
wine, bro.
We don't wrinkle. We just shine, baby.
Hey, black don't crack. Hey.
Nah.
Hey, black you got
And
crack.
brown don't frown. It
If you
is
got,
what it
if
is.
you know
Man.
about, hey, if you know about real leather,
This guy.
then you know it stays
This
fresh.
guy.
Well, when we end our podcast, bros, what do we always say? Kev, this is new to you, but we'll catch you on the next one. What we always say, fellas.
One love,
One
one movement.
Good night, folks.
What's up?